Mi smo u Italiji, kao što su naši gledalci čini mi se već dobro upoznati. Trenutno smo u vozu koji se kreće od Rima do mjesta koje se zove Folonika kako bismo stigli u Scarlino gdje jeste zapravo Marina di Scarlino i kažu da se u Italiji uvijek desi nešto interesantno i zaista se desi. Mi smo ovdje u vozu naišli na jednog čovjeka koji se predstavlja kao contemporary artist, što bi bilo umjetnik koji se bavi savremenom umjetnošću. On zapravo radi u jednoj aukcijskoj kući u Njujorku, pa s obzirom na to da često naše gledalce izvještavamo o aukcijskim kućama Christie's, Sotheby's, mogli bismo da čujemo i direktno od čovjeka koji radi u jednoj takvoj što se tamo dešava.
My name is Marco Valgiussi. I'm from Italy. I was born in Italy and been living in the States for about 20 years.
And it's interesting about you that your job is in one of the auction places. So can you tell us how did you start to do that and where is it?
I started very casually, just because I had friends, that I had a good friend that was working there and he kind of like brought me in. And then I developed a certain relationship with, especially a few departments, mostly photography and contemporary photography department, and have been working with this department for, ever since, so about maybe 6 years. My role was to, I assisted the director in making the exhibition like really as attractive as possible, and also assisting her with showing the photographs to very high profile clients that want privacy in what they're interested in, because they don't want other people to know what they're going to buy and what they may bid on. So that's pretty much my role. Yeah.
Do you maybe have the information? I suppose that you have, but I don't know if you're willing to tell me. What's the highest price of something that you sold?
As far as photography, prices. The auction house probably as an auction house, I wasn't involved in that sale at all. But we sold an Andy Warhol with we also sold this one at this last sale, like 4 Marilyns for about $35 million. But the record that we set for an Andy Warhol was actually maybe 3 years ago, and it was like Jackie O in silver, and that was about $67 million. As far as photography, because that's where I'm most concerned, I think the highest price we sold a photo for was the the solarized Beatles by Richard Avedon, for about 700,000. So not quite $1 million, but for a photograph is a lot of money, because there's not only one. There's probably like about another 10 or 15 out there. So that's to be taken into account. Yeah, we also set up a record for Diane Arbus just at this last sale for about 600,000, which is also a very high price for a photograph. And it was the famous like twins, Diane Arbus was this artist that was photographing like weird people, weird creatures, like in the human world.
I think it's enough about art, and for the end of this conversation I would ask you if you've ever been to Montenegro, and if you've been there, what have you seen and what is it like?
What have I seen? I was actually I was going to it was a strange situation, because first of all, I had a great time. I ended up spending a week in Budva and meeting great people from Serbia. And my intention was I was taking the boat and getting my way to Bar and then continuing through into Albania. And when I arrived in Bar, I realized that there was a big event, and it was the Madonna concert.
Yes, on Yaz.
Yes, and so actually at the tourism office of tourism, they told me like, you shouldn't go to Albania because there's a big event, and have you ever been to Budva? And I had never heard of Budva, and so they convinced me that it was really close and I should have gone to that experience. So I kind of like let the clerks at the office like persuade me into doing so, and I ended up having the best time. It was really I spent.
didn't regret it.
I absolutely not. I still haven't gone to Albania, which I will do at some point. But I discovered, this great little country that is Montenegro, and the beaches, and it was really a special time of the year. It was September. It was beautiful, and great people, great people, great food, very welcoming, and. I don't know. I haven't been back to Budva. It was going through a big change.
Yes.
There were a lot of Russian investors, and so I don't know if the way it has changed in these 5 years. I would definitely. I always recommended it to people that wanted to go there.
Okay. So we are hoping to see you again in Montenegro, and thank you very much for this conversation.
Very welcome. Yeah, my pleasure.